Okay, let's see what we get this time on the Wheel of Names. Here we go. Oh. Well, it's a good thing I literally just saved this car in my new game save from when I saved the Merit. So, yeah, the Willard. It's the Willard. Yes. It's made by Willard, and it's called the Willard. Okay, alright. Well then, this is gonna be fun. 1986 Willard. Yes, that's the name of the car. This naming scheme is worse than the Chevy Chevette, or its Pontiac brother, the 1000. Ugh. Besides the bad name, however, this car is something quite special. Maybe that's why it's so hard to find. It's a 80s sedan, but it's front wheel drive. Willard, what a bad name. It's pretty rare, and who's to blame? Willard, it's a bad name. Yeah. It's a bad name. Oh god, that was a good one. 1986 Willard. The official car of...
Roman, it looks like your money-lending friends are here.
Yes. You probably all remember this car is the one driven by the pesky Albanians looking for Roman in the beginning of the game. Well, it is until... Well, anyway, you get what I mean. I always used to see this car as like kind of the old people car, because this car reminds me a lot of like all the old like Buick Regals and Buick Centuries and old Cadillacs, and every time I see one of those cars, it was always an old person driving it, because my guess was they bought it back in the 80s or the 90s, and well, that was kind of their coffin car. That was the last car they were going to buy before they, kicked the bucket, basically, The Willard was featured in one game before GTA 4, which was GTA San Andreas. It closely resembled the Dodge Dynasty and a 13th generation Chrysler New Yorker. Damn, that's a lot of generations. Also, does anybody even remember the Dodge Dynasty? I think I saw one at the junkyard a long time ago. It was like a new arrival. The battery was still working and everything, and it looked really nice. I remember I opened it up and took a seat in the front driver's seat, and I just sank into it like it was some kind of abyss. I mean, it was such a grandpa car, but it was so nice. It was like really pristine. Shame it got junked. I got a bit of on a ramble there, actually. Anyway. The modern GTA 4 version represents a 6th generation Buick LeSabre. The LeSabre, specifically the 6th generation, like the Impala I talked about last episode, was switched over to a transverse front engine, front wheel drive layout in '86 when it debuted. I'm not sure why GM did this, but probably because everybody else was. You gotta remember, Chrysler was killing it with the K-Car platform in the 80s, and I guess everyone else was just trying to play catch-up. The LeSabre was offered with 3 engine choices, a 3-liter and 2 separate 3.8-liter V6 engines. Unfortunately, it was only offered with one transmission, the GM 4T60, or the Turbo Hydromatic 440 T4. God, why do all these trannies need to have turbo in them? I'm pretty sure it carried over from the 60s or 70s when they used to call them that, but you couldn't call it something else maybe? I don't know, it just sounds so antiquated, I guess. Being a fine product of General Motors, of course, the Buick was offered in 2 body styles, a traditional family 4-door sedan and a slightly sporty looking 2-door coupe known as the T-Type. I'll be honest with y'all, I used to think it was called the T-Type because it had T-tops, but I discovered that it doesn't, unfortunately. Though you could get a state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line 1980s digital dash, and I'm a sucker for those kind of things. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna give that an A+ in my book right there. The LeSabre also shared the same platform as the Oldsmobile 88 and the Pontiac Bonneville. Pontiac Bonneville, yeah. Because that's just how typical GM goes. That's typical GM, guys. I'm kind of becoming a bit of an expert on this kind of thing, you know. Under the hood, the Willard features a longitudinally mounted, high displacement V8 engine. Despite being front-wheel drive, paired to a 5-speed gearbox, it can go relatively fast, but suffers from horrible acceleration, especially up hills. I was actually surprised by the handling of this car. Despite being based on an American car from the 80s, the Willard suffers very little from body roll, and thanks to its torquey engine and front drive configuration, it compensates for the understeer. Well, a little bit. However, this does cause the front wheels to break free and smoke the tires a lot. Most of the front drive cars in this game tend to do that, especially the peppy little Blista Compact. But this car gets it the worst ever. It doesn't appear to affect handling, and honestly, it makes driving this car a lot more fun and exciting. 1986 Willard. Try saying that 5 times fast. This car would probably made an excellent lowrider if it was added to GTA 5, but part of me thinks it belongs to the gloomy streets of Liberty City, just like a lot of cars in this game. 1986 Willard, the official grandpa car of Liberty City. Well, folks, there you have it, the 86 Willard. I'll be honest, the name is it's a bit weird. I mean, they could have, rebranded Willard as a different company and then just stuck with the name. But hey, they were just like, let's just call it that just because it's funny, But yeah, this car is really fun to drive, even though it is a bit slow and a bit, dumpy looking. But yeah, the whole reason why I like driving is because the wheels love to just break loose in the corners. Like, even when you're not even trying to make them break loose, they just want to. They want to break loose, and it's funny. So, but yeah, this car is a pretty cool car. But as I said, it's very rare. I basically stole this car from the Albanians in the beginning of the game, and I was able to obtain some more by making them spawn in the game by driving the stolen one from the Albanians. So yeah, I basically took a bullet and failed the second mission of the game just to grab this car, because this car rarely spawned in the game, and I can see why. It handles great. It's a bit slow, yes, but it's a really cool car, and I just have a bit of a soft spot for these cars. So, and now I'm out of footage. That's cool. You'll probably be seeing some kind of footage from Motor Week instead in its place, because I don't have any other footage to show you right now, I guess. So there you go. Well, anyway, guys, if you like this video, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Tell me I'm a poopy head if my video sucks, cause y'all probably, some of y'all might not be able to figure out what constructive criticism is, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to talk down to y'all. I'm just shooting shit right now, I guess. But I'm gonna go get some lunch because, god damn it, I'm freaking hungry. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.